question is, how do we have compassion to those that we think are, quote unquote, getting it wrong? I believe compassion to be recognizing the essence of another human being, the essence of a plant, the essence of an animal of the earth, and ultimately and primarily the essence of ourself, which when you discover that, you discover that it's the underlying essence of all things, which is love. If we believe that someone is getting it wrong, we must work toward seeing the essence of that other person and drawing that out rather than drawing out what we believe is wrong or what we may perceive as being part of one's ego, which is a challenge. It's a challenge, again, primarily first to see and recognize the ego within ourselves. And then once that is established, that brings about an inner peace, which others start to see and are drawn toward. Once that is established, then we are able to more easily recognize the ego of another, and that becomes a blessing because we are then also able to recognize the spirit and the goodness and the love of another when it does surface. And the more that we are able to cultivate that within ourselves, we are able to cultivate that in others, even those that we think may be wrong. We must surrender any notion that it may be done in our own lifetime as well, whether it be with an individual or an institution. We must always remember the intent of love, the intent of compassion, and be grateful for what we can do on a daily basis to bring those things to the forefront of our own thoughts and the thoughts of those that we influence, those around us. An example would be those that have come before us are the heroes that we admire, whether they be political, religious, spiritual, Jesus, Buddha, Martin Luther King, Peace Pilgrim, Gandhi, Dorothy Day, Thomas Merton, Allah, the Pope. And look at those people and see the light that they have been able to shine so brilliantly, such that years later, their intent and their work still has an influence on others who may seemingly at first be wrong, yet have been transformed into a deeper awareness of their own essence, done through compassion, done through the recognition of their own essence. It may take time, and time transcends our own birth, transcends our own death, and remains as a force behind life. Our own writings, our own life may be the example for someone else way down the road, whether it be our children or someone that comes across the light that we've shined through poetry, art, music, paintings, drawings, poems, anything that may have been left behind in the form of light. You never know when that moment may happen. So always live within the intent of love and compassion. That will bring about something within that person that may strike a chord, and then any wrongdoing.